Good morning to you. Why do you think you are the best man for the job?
Good morning, Jane. Jane, I think I'm the best man for the job because we have to fill a vacancy that's been left by James Self, who has been in that position for an unparalleled number of years. I think he did a great job there. But I think it's a really important job. It's equivalent to being the CEO of a political party. And I believe that we have some deficiencies in our party, especially around message, discipline and party discipline as a whole. I've been in this party for many, many years, and I have never let the party down, never turned my back on it. And I believe that that kind of loyalty and discipline is strongly needed right now, and I believe I can be exemplary in that regard.
I mean, do you have the clout and the leverage, considering your tenure at Mandela Bay wasn't considered a success, and you've been beaten by Helen Zille before?
Look, I got beaten by Helen Zille in 2007. That's a long time ago. At that time, she was the mayor of Cape Town. She'd won an award as World Mayor of the Year. She had a great profile in our party. But as I said recently, you know, there's a time to come and a time to go in politics, and I think Helen has had both of those. As far as my tenure in Nelson Mandela Bay, I disagree with you fundamentally. I thought that our 2 years in government were actually quite spectacular. We went from being the second least trusted metro municipality to the second most trusted in 1 year. And in our second year, we won accolades from the National Treasury for spending all of our capital grants and getting additional windfall allocations from Treasury because of our performance. On the contrary, the last year under the ANC and UDM coalition, we couldn't spend our budget. We've lost our budgetary allocations and we've had money taken away from our equitable share. So I'm very proud of what we achieved in 2 years in Nelson Mandela Bay, and I think that stands me in really good stead in our party. The people in our party know exactly what I did in Nelson Mandela Bay, and we're proud of those achievements.
Okay, let's talk about the real challenge then. Helen Zille, you say it's time for her to go, but clearly she's got quite a lot of support in the party. How are you going to tackle that?
Well, I'm tackling it like any other election. I'm canvassing every single delegate of Federal Council, as she is doing. And I believe that I represent the future of this party and that I will get enough votes on that regard. You know, leaders come and go in political parties. Helen Zille has held a number of positions in this party, and she served this party with distinction. But there have been incidences of late that have not stood the party in the greatest stead, and those are issues that she will have to discuss with the candidates that she's canvassing. But I want to say that the legacy of one political leader to another should leave a rising ship on a rising tide. And we've had that, actually. If you look at the DA since 2015, after Helen Zille took over, we've achieved some incredible achievements. We had a less than satisfactory election in 2019, and we're going to have to do something about that.
I mean, you had a good moment. It's looking pretty bleak at the moment. There are calls for Mmusi Maimane to resign. There's growing divisions within the party. How are you going to tackle all of that?
Well, Jane, you and I have had a debate on TV about this before. You have your own interpretation about our elections. I've gone on the record. I've said it was very disappointing. It wasn't devastating. The Democratic Alliance is still by far the second biggest party in South Africa. No other political party does and performs like we do in parliament and legislatures and municipalities across the city. I believe South African voters that left the DA, 1.7%, they will come back because the parties that we lost our support to do not represent a prosperous and successful future for this country. We just need to make sure that there is no ambiguity about what we stand for. And I believe we stand for the critical issues that affect every single South African unequivocally. We stand for improving the state of the economy, for creating jobs, for making sure that corruption is wiped off the face of the South African landscape. And the DA has done that better than any other political party.
Okay, so should Mmusi Maimane stay or go?
You must ask Mmusi Maimane that. I'm campaigning for myself to become the chairman.
You'd have to work with him, though.
I beg your pardon?
You'd have to work with him if you get the job.
I'll have to work with whoever is the leader of the party when I get the job, and I'm prepared to do that with whoever the leader is of the party. I'm here to campaign for my position. You said there were 4 contenders, and Mr. Maimane's name was not in that list.
Athol Trollip, thank you very much.